All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 727. I'm your host, Cheapy here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's also unsubscribing to Game Pass, Wombat.
Oh, I'm unsubscribing to Game Pass, Game Plus, Game Sport, Game Puss, Game Piss, and...
Game Ass.
Game Ass. Thank you.
Can't believe you forgot about Game Ass.
I know, it's late. That's all.
What subscription's
It's late,
that
it's
up?
9 o'clock. That's late? 9 o'clock is late?
9 o'clock is late. I was up early today.
Uh-huh.
I had to drive into Manhattan.
It's always fun.
I know, it's the worst.
It's not the worst.
It seems like people in the chat are complaining that they can't hear Wombat or me.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I see why. Hold on.
You gotta
I fixed
fix it. Did you fix it?
Yep.
Nice.
That's okay. Anyway, carry on.
You
missed nothing in the chat, by the way.
I was saying that I was up early this morning because I had to drive into Manhattan for work.
And his car
purposes.
exploded. You missed the whole story about his car exploding, but too late.
I did see a car explode on my way home.
Nice.
That
Not
there
nice.
was like nothing left of the car. It was pretty scary.
Was it a Tesla?
I don't know what kind of car it was because it literally had no paint on. Like the front half had no paint and no tires left. But
Not
the
what you want.
back half of the car was still red and like normal-ish looking. But obviously I was driving on the highway. I wasn't about to stop and pull over and take a close look at it. But
That's what you're supposed to do.
I know.
Right.
I
That's why there's
decided
the
against
traffic.
it.
That's where all the traffic comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Were you not doing your part?
I'm not doing my part to continue the traffic.
How dare you?
Well, I
know.
hope that was okay for everybody.
Everyone involved, yeah, it was a little
Yeah.
scary. Not really what I was expecting to see on my drive home, but it is what it is.
Long Island.
Long Island.
This is how we do it.
It was on
We-
the Southern State Parkway.
We get our truck stuck underneath all the bridges because people can't figure out how tall their trucks are and they don't read the signs, and our cars explode.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sweet. So what's going on? Ship's got a Michigan Adventures hat. That's
Yeah,
a,
this is from last summer.
oh.
This is when I went to Michigan's Adventure.
Oh, that's an amusement park.
It is an amusement.
Oh,
And is that a Thor t-shirt you're wearing?
That is a Thor t-shirt I'm wearing.
I thought I could see Thor.
yikes.
I went to Chicago this weekend.
How was
for a day.
Chicago?
I went to a convention center.
Right. How was the convention
fun.
center? How is is it the Chicago Convention Center?
It's McCormick Place.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you
it's a
allowed
big-
to talk about this convention? Because I am interested. If you're,
I
allowed to
don't
talk
see
about
why it wouldn't be.
I
I didn't
It's a
sign an
fucking
NDA or
convention.
anything. Like it's a big
Well,
convention.
it. Tell the people what convention you went to. That's I think
I
important.
went to the
Chunky
NRA,
Asses is what's called.
BNRA convention.
Be more specific.
Oh, the National Restaurant Association convention.
That's better. and how was
hilarious.
that?
It was it was exciting. You'd walk around, you eat food, you look at the new advances in technology in the restaurant industry.
So did anything wow you? Food? Did you eat anything that wowed you? Did you see anything that wowed you?
I mean, our stuff is great. You should check out our stuff.
You didn't need to travel to Chicago to see that, though.
Yeah, you can get that right there in Long Island.
I've never seen anybody use those things.
You should start using them.
Why? Why do I need takeout food? I can just eat there.
I don't know.
Shipwreck's company makes boxes that keep your takeout food warm, and one of the premier shopping malls. No, wrong. That's not what
They're ambient.
What does that mean?
What does ambient mean? It means
It plays
the temperature, whatever the temperature is around you. That's what
it doesn't keep it
is.
warm. Well, if it's warm, it keeps the hot stuff hot and the cool stuff cool.
It's not a
Yes,
thermos.
It's like a McDLT
Right.
device.
It's the styrofoam container.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the
So
idea
anyway.
the idea is that you order your food from the restaurant and then you don't have to go to the restaurant to pick it up. You pick it up in these cubbies that are in the middle of the mall.
That's a very specific
Application?
application that you're dealing with.
It's
Like if you go to Wombat's Applebee's,
Okay.
or out near the Applebee's near where Wombat's at,
Yes.
you can if you're a delivery service provider, if you could just sign up to be a DoorDash driver or
Right.
a Grubhub driver,
Right.
then you could experience our
I could
product at
see.
the Applebee's in Long
Right.
Island.
I could see how that could be good because the DoorDash driver doesn't have to like have any, contact with the actual restaurant. They just
Correct.
open a box.
You still haven't answered the question. Did you eat anything amazing while on the floor of the National Restaurant Association convention? Because I feel like that's like the whole hook is you get to eat weird ass shit while walking around.
Yeah, I mean, you just go around and there's all kinds of stuff, right? You're just eating bite-sized things of all kinds
Like,
of things.
is there like wallpaper and you lick it and you can taste the turkey dinner? Like,
Yeah,
Willy Wonka
that's like
style?
every other booth.
Yeah.
I did get like I didn't realize that I had wandered into the plant-based arena.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I'll have some ice cream, sure. And no, you don't want that. You don't want the plant-based ice cream.
I like the sunflower butter ice cream that what is it? Ben and Jerry's makes. The non-dairy sunflower-based ice cream is really good.
I'll take your word for it. I mean,
you can.
I get the benefits. Like if you have like a dairy allergy,
it's much better for my stomach. Yes,
right.
I have that.
Right.
Sure.
Like if you have that, but I don't have that going on currently. So I'd rather stick with the ice cream. So I went
think you'd
and
be
found some
pleasantly
other ice cream.
surprised. I do. I mean,
I'd be pleasantly surprised that I have a food allergy.
that you would like that. I think you would like it more than you think.
More than regular ice cream?
Honestly, if you didn't know, you may not know.
What? That's not.
If I gave you a bite of this and said try this ice cream and didn't tell you it was sunflower based, you wouldn't be like, "What is that? Sunflowers?" You wouldn't know.
I think I would know.
You wouldn't know.
I think I would know. I was like, I think I would know that it doesn't taste like ice cream, but maybe not. I eat a lot of that fake ice cream.
I was gonna say there's like certain brands, yes, but I'm saying the Ben and Jerry's specifically is hard to tell the difference.
There's a lot of robots this year at the NRA.
Was Rosie there from the Jetsons?
Like robots that make French fries and stuff, right?
Well, that and serving robots, like Rocky robots, Rocky 4 robots.
Right.
Nice.
They were using those in China. I saw at restaurants. They bring out they look like little R2D2s, right? On Jabba's boat, bringing out the food and drinks.
A little bit. Some of them just look like you put a shelf on top of a Roomba.
right. A tall Roomba.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your food would be delivered on the floor. I don't think people are looking to get their food delivered like 6 inches off the floor. That doesn't sound very appetizing.
You don't know.
You don't know until you try.
Right. So no, it's a big show. It's fun. You should go sometime, Mob. Well, it's not open to public. It's like E3.
I would say if you could get me in, you and I could go together. That would be a good time. I bet it's more fun than E3.
It would be fun for you because you don't have to ask anybody for anything. You just walk up and look at them, and then they hand you their wares.
Samples. I'm like on board for this. I think
those people actually want your hands coming at their food plates. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anything else?
I think that's it. I don't know. Did anything happen to you in the last whatever it's been since we did a show last 6 days, 7 days?
I won a trophy.
That's right. I saw that.
It's right here. I keep it with me at all times just in case people need to see it. So
that's the second place trophy, and that's about 2 feet tall?
Yeah.
How big was the first place trophy?
Exactly the same size.
Oh, well, then all you need is a different plate on that thing, and you're good.
It's a different color. It's black instead of red.
Oh.
But the reality is nobody knows that red means second place.
I like the little ping pong man on top.
Yeah, I don't know what shot that is, but
is he actually bald like you, or is he
I think it's a woman. I don't know.
Oh.
It's hard to tell. I think it's they're non-binary. So anyway, yeah, that was the first tournament I played in like 3 years, and I won a trophy. And I was thinking, there's not many opportunities for like adults to win trophies, really. The opportunities don't come along that often when you're 50 almost. So
the ping pong ambassador should really spread the word on that. That might
who's the ping pong? Oh, Adam Bobrow?
Anybody who plays ping pong, I believe, is a ping pong ambassador.
I'll tell you that Matthias Falk, who's the top 20 in the world, liked my tweet when I tweeted out the picture.
I thought you were gonna say he is not an ambassador.
he's an ambassador.
Just a gatekeeper, a ping pong gatekeeper.
That's not even the most famous person to respond to you on Twitter in the last 4 days.
No, no one in ping pong is famous. I'm more famous than the people in ping pong. Like I have more followers than these top players.
That's where they respond to you.
I have no idea what I mean. I think my theory is that they might like video games and maybe trying to brush up on their English because like this guy's from Sweden.
Gotcha.
You're talking about shit. What's that guy's name?
Simu Liu.
Yeah. He had a book that came out, and I asked him if it was appropriate for Thai,
and he said yes.
Yes, he DM'd me. He replied to me in public and DM'd me in private to
That's
let me know.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then I bought his book because I felt like
money.
Then I gave him money. It worked. The plan worked. Well, Ty said he was interested in it.
Did you say I loved you on Kim's Convenience?
I watched that show, some of that.
It's a good show.
I watched a few episodes.
Hmm.
I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah, he was the son.
The bully? I don't know.
The son.
Oh.
Did you bring up the CGI dragon at all?
No. I think he's just trying to sell books, and I let him know that it worked, that I bought the book, and so he could move on to the next asshole.
Book worked, but the dragon, no.
Right. Great fight scene on the subway. CGI dragon added too much length to the film. Getting a little sleepy by then. Anyway, so they're gonna have this tournament every month, like right here. And
why don't you have that like constantly in the shot?
Oh, the trophy?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Why can't we see it?
Here?
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like you need to be displaying that. Don't put it somewhere where it's gonna fall over.
Yeah, you don't want to break the person on top.
It's fragile and hollow. It's the break.
I know. That's why I said don't prop it up on the back of your couch like you were trying to do there.
The worst part is like I was very close to winning first place because the guy that I played in the finals, who was a high school student, and I beat him in the first round. It's a round robin first, and then like if you make it through that, it's single elimination. But by the time I got to the finals, I was so tired, I forgot how I beat him the first time. I figured out like what his weakness was, but
it's real easy. You just aim for the glowing spot.
There was no glowing spot. And I forgot that I was supposed to have a strategy. You know what? I was so excited that I was going to win a trophy no matter what, that I was like, fuck it. Like if I just, lose quickly, I can go home and take a shower. But I went through 3 t-shirts and 2 pairs of underwear and 2 shorts because it was sweat. And I didn't like have an accident. It gets sweaty. Because I played like 13, 14 matches. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's a lot.
And I lost a lot of them too.
Are you going to go and are you going to enter the next tournament too?
Yeah, I want to get all these fucking trophies. Wow. I just fill up the whole fireplace with trophies. But
no, I get it. My father plays golf and has been probably since he was in his 40s is when he actually really started playing in tournaments.
Right.
And he has so many trophies like that one.
That's your other opportunity as like a
it's
50-year-old is golf.
Well, I solved it. It's golf. Because I'm like, oh yeah, my father has like 1,000 golf trophies.
It used to be bowling back in like in the 80s and 70s.
Do you not win bowling trophies anymore?
I don't know how many tournaments are there? Is it like it used to be really popular? Like everybody's parents were going bowling.
Every now and again I get something in the mail because there's like 4 bowling places in my vicinity where it's like join a bowling league.
No. Trophies are much smaller.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was excited to bring home the hardware. And yeah. I'm more excited that I'm just getting better. That's the more important thing. You don't need like the trophy or to win.
Are you sure?
It's the line, as long as the line goes up, right? Like you get a rating at these tournaments. So if you're getting better, even if you're not winning trophies, like So my rating's going to go up, and there we go.
Refresh.
What, the rating?
Yeah.
They
I
haven't
just
updated.
picture you on that website just refreshing until your rating goes through.
It hasn't gone through yet. I
know,
refreshed
'cause
so
you've been
many
refreshing.
times.
I know.
So many times. I found out today that there was a big tournament recently, and they're still working through those numbers. This is not like a huge, a huge, well-run organization that runs this thing. It's like there's only 10,000 people in America that are members of USA Table Tennis. They celebrated
they all have
that.
access to the Google Drive spreadsheet that gets updated. with the
It's not.
rankings.
That's not how it works. Someone actually has to, I don't even know how it works. I'm sure it's horrible. Anyway, how about some show feedback? I think it's time for show feedback.
Okay. I'll do this one first. Bongo McNulty said, because when we were talking about the Dead by Daylight dating simulation game coming out, his comment was, "I'd die happy if they called it Dead by Date Night," and that is a pretty funny name for that game, and they should steal it from him.
Have they announced the name yet?
No, not that I'm aware of. Just
Okay.
that they were making a Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Right.
So that's a funny name, and they should roll with it.
All right.
Yep.
You have to pay him though then.
Yeah. And Liquid Snape had to say, as someone with NF, it's always nice to hear your podcast support NF awareness and more. Keep up the great podcast. A longtime fan. Cheapy, that's all you.
Well, we can get to that later, but I will tease everybody and say that we did reach our goal of raising $1,000 for CTF. So that is really, really cool. Thank you for that. We'll talk about that a little later.